Hi. I should probably hook up my mic and whatnot. How's on the moment? Hello. It's been a minute since I posted just like a regular YouTube video. So this is going to be quite different from what I originally planned because I wanted to do my 2024 like, the like my introduction to the year, my title, like what I my main goal for the year was. So basically, my theme for this year is main character energy. I have a bingo card vision board this year, which is my first time ever doing it. I have it hanging on my wall. And I already knocked off two things. It's pretty cool. Like sometimes I have to remember what I wrote down because I'm not going to remember all those little goals. This is probably the first year I actually stick to more than three. I usually just do three because I feel like that's probably the most I can do for New Year's resolution. But this year we're making resolutions and goals, so it's a total of 25 because it's like five across, five down. Yeah, 25, five rows. So, main character energy. I have these new words of affirmation I'm putting around my apartment, which I will show the videos after this clip of me like installing them, putting them in the frames and hanging up on the walls. Because they're going in my bedroom and my bathroom for right now. And then I need to get I want to get neon lights that says main character energy to make it, more I wouldn't say flamboyant, I'm not that type of person, but it'll just stand out because I have a pink neon bat symbol, like, and really it's just something random that I got. And the fact that Amazon had it was crazy, but I know for a fact I can get my signed in an Etsy. And I also recently ordered an Etsy poem that I found from a movie I had watched recently. It was so good. It's a very good poem. I'll probably recite it in a minute because it's in my notepad. But initially, what I had planned for 2024 was just to take risk, do something different, and actually enjoy living in Texas. Because 2023, my head was not in the right space to do any of the stuff that I wanted to do, to go to any of the events that I was invited to even get out of my apartment. Like I just was in a phase of like I needed to get out of my head of what I had been through and to wake up and realize I'm 29 now. This year I turned 30. I have publishing goals that I'm definitely going to do, but also I need to live my life because this is my last year in my 20s. I spent my 20s in school, which is gonna bring up a little surprise of what I have done. I spent most of my 20s in school, and then I worked hard to get a career in archives, became a processing archivist. Now it's kind of like, what's next? So honestly, I'm gonna be honest. I think one of the main things that had got me off track again last year after I moved to Texas was the complexities of being an actual librarian. It has nothing to do with being a black librarian. Like I uphold that responsibility, but the workplace atmosphere is so toxic. Like I worked at public libraries where my life was potentially in danger because you never know who's walking through the doors with a gun, a knife. You never know. Well, I walked up to people every single day and helped them on the computers. Anything could have happened to me. But the fact of working in an academic library with librarians who have this beef towards each other, involving junior librarians like myself, my first year as a librarian was absolutely horrible. I was so overworked. I burned myself out within 6 months. My supervisor, for whatever reason, didn't give me a raise. And now it's to the point where I'm not even sure where I stand at all. And honestly, I don't like that. And this is not why I got into this profession. Because my passion is not only for reading and writing, but to help people with reading and writing. And so, honestly, my path ever since I got into libraries, I have been teaching others. I started teaching people computer literacy, just helping them on the computer, to like now I'm teaching and leading presentations about archival processing. So when it came to considering going back to school, the only reason I felt okay with this because one, the place I work, they offer a scholarship to employees to pay nearly 85% of the tuition. That's not a bad idea. Two, I figured I'll go for something a bit more easier, not as hard, and something that'll actually benefit me in the long run. Just like I went for libraries, because I could work in any library. To be completely honest, I even have additional certification to work in archives, museums, or records management if I want to. But the one thing that was kind of missing from my little puzzle of education is actually going into education. As in, now I am going to be getting in um a master's degree in curriculum and instruction, and I am going to get my teaching certificate to be certified in the state of Texas. Yes, I decided that last week, and then I went and had a meeting with the director of the program, and to have someone sit there and tell me, like, when I told her about my background, having my bachelor's in writing, my master's in library science, which is really reading and being an information scientist is what they call us now, not librarians. She mentioned that the type of brain that I have, I can go into administration, and I was like, administration. I don't know about that, man. But it's you never know the things that people will tell you to encourage you. But she really was trying to encourage me that if I really am serious about going into education, becoming a teacher, it could happen this year, and that I'll be putting in my resignation pretty soon. And I was like, whoa, like this is all happening really fast. And I went to speak to another lady who will actually help get me into a program where I can get a mentor and I become a teacher right after I pass all of my classes and exams. Like, I knew there was a need for teachers, but I didn't realize how quickly the process can be expedited. That goes to show you, like, the I would say the help is out there, the programs are out there, and the fact of being at this school, I will pay less than half of the tuition just to get the degree. I felt like it was a good idea. And the fact of I could apply this semester, even though school literally starts next week, well, this week now, and apply for classes and get everything paid and just start taking classes. Like it is a bit rush, but I don't feel stressed, don't feel pressure. I'm actually excited. It's kind of strange. I feel like I got so burnt out with librarianship that I need a break. I need a break from it. I need a break from the environment I work in. And if I can honestly like study hard, work hard, and try my hand at really being a teacher in the classroom, I don't mind doing that. And simply because I have been teaching for the last 6 years without the certificate. There's so many opportunities I have led. I have taught so many different subjects. And I really started teaching before 6 years ago in libraries with computer literacy. I was doing tutoring. I was helping teenagers write essays for scholarships. I was helping my peers with their essays in college. Like, I was the one that people came to learn more about how to write an essay, how to do grammar, mechanics, how to structure their essays, how to outline. Even when I did the volunteer writing coach work, like working with teenagers, I just had them sit down and just write it out, and we'll worry about the all the standard grammar and mechanics later on. Like, I help people, like, inspire them to write down what they needed to write, those personal narratives on the page. I have helped so many people with their writing. And really, I just went based off of what I already know. And then moving on into libraries and archives, I'm just once again using the knowledge that I've learned because I read so much. Like, I may watch a lot of nonsense TV when I come home. Like, I love Love and Hip Hop. I love baddies. I love trash reality shows. I will watch those. But on the flip side, I also read a lot of scholarly articles. I'm always reading, dealing with the areas of writing, publishing, and libraries. And I'm always teaching. I'm always the one that they will choose to teach, to lead. And I'm like, if I'm teaching so much, why shouldn't I be in front of a classroom? Why shouldn't I at least try and attempt to? And honestly, if I don't like it, I can always just only do it for 2 years and then go be a school librarian because most school librarian jobs require you to have teaching experience. So I saw something that'll not only benefit me in the long run, but also will be like I won't be going into this blindly. Because my first master's degree program, I kind of had to figure it out by myself. And once again, I went to the director of the archival certification program, was like, hey, I'm interested in this topic. Like, I never really learned much about preservation. Like, can you help me? And he led me down the path and chose my classes all the way up until I graduated. And I feel like I'm pretty much getting that same guidance. And like these two women gave me a lot to think about and to consider. And then I went ahead and turned in my application. And that's pretty much where I am now, which I never would have thought 2024 I would be going for another master's degree. But on my bingo card, I had pick up new skill or habit. And honestly, teaching will be a new skill for me to learn, like to properly teach. Because anytime I did have those opportunities, they didn't always go well, but I don't have an issue connecting with people. I don't have an issue like one on ones. Bit more personal. I like those a little bit better, but like being in front of a classroom and like leading people. And yes, I'm going into ELA, English Language Arts. My background is in writing, English. I took so many literature classes. It's ridiculous. So it only makes sense. Like if I really want to succeed and pass everything and know that I can pass it, go into ELA. And so I'm picking up a new habit while also utilizing my skills and just bringing it to the classroom and encouraging students. And honestly, I would want to go for high school level because it was my high school English teacher that motivated me to become a writer. And I will never forget the assignments and lessons I had in this class because it taught me to be a creative writer. And who knows, I could probably be inspirational like that too to the next generation coming up because there are actual job openings where I live. Because I don't really live where my job is. I live like an hour away from here. And I'm like, not only can I be in a new environment, try something different, challenge myself, but also inspire and be nearby my apartment. I feel like it's all worth it because you can always come back to librarianship. There's librarian jobs out there. Now the salary, debatable, but are you really in this for the money or are you in this to actually educate people and to help people gather information because that's the whole ball of the game with librarians. We're getting information to people. We're providing information, making information available, which is my job as in archives, making information available. And it doesn't make me sad to walk away from archives because I haven't even been doing what I'm supposed to do. That's just being honest. Like, yes, I process in collections, but when it comes to like outreach and try to get people into our doors, there's so many limitations that I have. I'm even more isolated where I am and I'm surrounded by people versus when I was in cataloging and just stuck at a desk all day long. I could have just stayed in cataloging, but you never know what something is like until you walk into it, and it's okay to walk away from it. But definitely have a plan, and that's kind of what I went for. I just didn't expect the process would be expedited, but I feel like I'm ready for it because, like I said, I have been burnt out by my current job. It brings me joy to not even go there anymore because of the environment. Like I just want to be left alone with the collections, opening boxes and figuring out what we have and trying to create something. That's all I really want to do. That's because that's what things have been like, and that's not fun. It's not fun at all. And even being away from like two weeks was amazing. So much for mental health, even though I was sick, but that's okay. Getting over it still. It was that must have been a pretty strong cold I had, but 2024 is definitely going to be a different year, a year of change, a year of doing it for the plot, me just taking risk and saying, what if it all works out? Because what if it does? What if I literally become a new teacher by the fall 2024 semester? What if it all works out? Because I feel like even though I could dress the part, I fit the part, but being a librarian is not what I thought it would be. At least where I am now. Yeah, I can go somewhere else, but oh man, the process of interviewing is such a pain these days. Like it's not just one interview. You gotta do a whole presentation and juggling acts to like get picked for the position. They're out there. It's just sometimes hard to get into, and then you gotta have good references. But regardless, that's pretty much how my 2024 is going to go. And I'm going to show clips of me putting together my vision board, well, my mood board, really, because my vision board is already done, and me putting up my affirmations. And I'm probably will be showing an updated, like, walk into my apartment being fully decorated because I have two bookshelves now. I have a TV stand. I have a new couch cushion cover, and I'm still working on my bedroom. So that's something to look forward to. But I hope you guys stay tuned and learn more about what's going on in my life. Also, tune into my podcast, Ink and Insight, a Black librarian's journey. I am going to take you into the journey of what I have been through the last, not February will be 6 years. I worked in libraries, and honestly, it's going to be a minute before I get to the fact of me switching from public libraries to academic because I worked at public libraries for like 3 years. I have 3 years worth of information, story times, the juicy stuff. So stay tuned and let me know in the comment section, what do you think about my podcast? Have you listened to it yet? And also put in the comment section, what do you go for 2024? I'll see you guys next time. Bye.